A special guest shows up to share a story on how he was caught lecturing Jesus. I'm Jeff Heisner. Welcome to God Works Weekly. Let's start though with best practices and the blessing it has been to so many in our church. Christ Church is the scene. Thousands of pastors, church workers, and laity descend upon Phoenix in the Valley of the Sun to learn, to share, and to fellowship, of course. For Greg Finke and Dwelling 114, this has been a great thing to see how best practices has grown from the start and what it's meant to him and his ministry.
So I went, and I remember that first conference, they had about 400 people, and they were just thrilled. And I was thrilled because I got to present, 2 or 3 sessions, and out of that it generated a lot of excitement because clarity and simplicity. It was, it's like what people were looking for, and they came to the Best Practices Conference, and then of course, now look where we're at. It's couple thousand people, it's hundreds of workshops, but we still get to be a part of it, and we're very happy to. And every year we make connections with folks that are looking for what we're offering, and sometimes they didn't even know what they were looking for. They talked to somebody and said, you should go to that workshop, or they read the description and said, hey, maybe that's something we need. But what I love about best practices, it brings together folks that are looking for help, and people that are saying, hey, I don't know everything, but this kind of work for us, and the kingdom of God is blessed by it.
Going inside Concordia Market, we got a chance to catch up with Tanner Olson, who has a new book out just this week. It's called Getting Through What You're Going Through. Here's Tanner.
I've been working on this for like 5 years now, and the poems, the essays, the stories, the reflections in this book were written out of a season of waiting, of hoping, of this like slow unfolding of living. And I came to realize that it's a lot to be a human. It is hard to be here, and yet this is a gift. Hope remains, and God is with us. When you're reading this book, my biggest takeaway is that it will allow you to slow down, to sit with the stillness and connect with God, knowing that you are loved, seen, cared for, that you are not forgotten, that you're not behind, and that everything one day is going to be okay.
Find out more about the new book and Tanner at concordiamarket.com/Tanner-Olson-WTS. He also has his own website at writtentospeak.com. All right, time for What You're Reading, and it's Priscilla Newton's turn. Priscilla, what you reading?
The book I am currently reading is a historical fiction, and it's called Anna of Cleves, the Princess in the Portrait. And it's about one of the wives of Henry VIII in the 1500s, and that whole drama of the court. But more importantly, is because it was in the 1500s, that's when Luther was coming into his own. And reading, oh my goodness, the Protestants and the Catholics and what it meant to be a Protestant or a Catholic at the time. People gave their lives, and it was like, whoever was in power, that was what you had to be. So Lutherans, when the Catholics were in power, they were burned at the stake for their beliefs. They were heretics. And it made me think, in our context, what do we believe as Christians? Not just Lutherans, but are we willing to sacrifice what we feel, what we're comfortable with? Are we willing to step out in faith and to really embrace it? Are we willing to give our lives for that? I don't know. But that struck me. That really hit me, how important the faith was to the people at the time.
Priscilla, thanks so much. Well, we've got a humorous story, and there's a lot of truth involved in this one as well. That's pretty typical of our own pride. Here's President Emeritus at Concordia Seminary, Dale Meyer, with a word of encouragement.
My brother sent me a cutout of Jesus for my birthday. Just a cutout of Jesus saying, "Happy birthday, brother." Well, I had that at my office at the seminary, and we were doing a photo shoot, and so I killed some time, I walked up to this statue, the cutout of Jesus, put my arm on him and started talking to him. Well, they took a picture of that and they made a cutout. So that's the history. And I tell people, here I am, I'm lecturing Jesus on how he should run the church, and he ain't saying nothing, which I think is probably how it works generally. We think we know how we should run the church, and Jesus is just kind of quietly listening, and he's going to do his own thing, which is going to turn out eternally better than if we had our own way. So yeah, that's the story. I'm using it here just as a conversation starter, which obviously it is.
Oh, thanks, Dale. Don't forget, give us a like and a share, and send us those story ideas of the cool things that are happening at your church or in your community about how God is working. Thanks for watching God Works Weekly.